This episode is brought to you by Buy My Stuff on eBay. Yes, you too can buy my stuff from eBay. Simply search for the seller, Tin Dog Podcast, and you can own some rare and collectible items. From the same people who brought you Buy My Books on Amazon. Check the show notes for a direct link.
Scanning for audio.
Hello and happy Who Day. Well, happy Who on TV Day? Yeah, I thought I'd record some podcasts and have them all come out on the day that Doctor Who TVs come out, because everybody else will be rushing to get Doctor Who podcasts out with a review TV. Except me. I might be reviewing TV Doctor Who, and if you see me pop up on your feed, feel free to like and subscribe, or just even plain listen to them. But right now, I'm discussing something that I know I enjoyed. Something that is actually good. Something that made me smile. Yeah. Okay, big finish. The Death and Life of River Song, Series 2, Ace and Tegan. It's 4 episodes, and it's just plain marvellous. Look, I'm a Doctor Who fan of a certain age. My soft spot for Tegan is very well logged elsewhere. My soft spot for Ace is very well logged elsewhere. And now we've got a box set with the 3 best companions. In my humble opinion. Yeah, I'm allowed to think these things. This thing ticks all my boxes. So much so that I was, in fact, and I'm going to use this technical term, nervous. I was nervous it wasn't going to be as good as I thought it might be. Well, that was fine, because it actually was as good as I hoped it could be. Now, with these lovely setups where you've got a guest performance, it does often show that you've got, well, your normal procedure is story 1, it's just got River. Story 2, it's just got River. Story 3, guest appearance in 1 episode. But this is clever. This is 4 stories long. You've got 2 stories that's got all 3 of them. 1 at the beginning, 1 at the end. And in the middle, you've got 1 that's Ace-centric, and the second one that's Tegan-centric. Now, let's discuss the structure. You know what? I'm allowed to discuss it now. But the review is basically fantastic. Off you go. Listen to this now. And if you didn't enjoy TV Who today, do yourself a favour. Go to Big Finish. Download this. Listen to this. And you'll feel better. It's a palate cleanser. A soul cleaner. I'm assuming that you didn't enjoy TV Doctor Who, but you know you might have. You might have thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. So let's just get on with this review, because that's what we're here for. Castaway, James Moran, is the first story, and The End is the Beginning is the End is also by James Moran. The 2 stories in the middle, Driftwood, Roland Moore, and The Dead Rising, Roland Moore. Makes sense? Yeah. I'm going to use the word timey and wimey to describe these, because that's what makes sense in the overarching story of the whole thing. You kind of accepted it. Oh, and there's something I really need to discuss at the end, but let's save that for the end. Who wants a synopsis? I know my reading voice is marvellous, so let's go with it. That was sarcasm. Ace and Tegan have been plucked from their 21st century lives and stranded in 1860. But who is responsible, and why is River mixing in 19th century society too? Somebody is out to eliminate all 3 of them. Ace and Tegan, my 2 favourites, realise that this might not be their first meeting with River. Their lives are entangled, and to escape, somebody must pay the ultimate price. Now, my only complaint about all of this is that this is the death and life of River Song, okay? And the last box set took place very much after the library. This one could take place at that point, or it could take place during the original run of the Diary of River Song series. It's not 100% clear. Doesn't actually matter, and that is something well worth noting, because this is a terribly self-contained thing. If you've never experienced any of the River Song audios beyond the TV, then this is perfect. It doesn't matter. It genuinely doesn't come into it. So, story number 1, Castaways. Adrift in the past, Ace and Tegan are looking into supposed hauntings in London's new underground railway lines. But how and why are they there? Their memories are not what they were, and they are about to encounter River Song, perhaps not for the first time. One thing is certain, River knows more than she's telling. You could, arguably, do story 2, then 3, then 4, then 1. Or story 4. No, you could do 1, 4, 2, 3. Or you could do 3, because that would be Tegan's with the 5th Doctor, Ace's with the 7th Doctor. The Doctors don't appear in these stories, by the way. And you know what? Let's stick with this story, shall we? This setup. This is a lovely piece of Victoriana. And of course, you've got Ace and Tegan, who are the current versions of themselves, the ones that you saw in the last TV version when you saw them last. Shall I say the word last again? Yeah. The last time we saw them on TV is the version that we've got here. But it's also the version of Ace that we've currently got going on with Mr. Colchester at Torchwood. Very important, we'll come back to that at the end. So we've got the older, wiser versions in this story and in the last one. But in stories 2 and 3, we've got the versions that they're hanging out with the Doctors. So let's look at Driftwood. Back in her TARDIS travels, Ace is cut off from the Doctor on a stricken spaceship with 60 minutes to live. Something has invaded the vessel, something that travels along the wires and control metal structures. As time runs out, Ace's only hope may be the mysterious woman with a blaster and fantastic hair. It's great, because you've got classic, original, travelling with the 7th Doctor, Ace cut off from the Doctor, appearing with River, questioning who River is, and having to solve things in a very Ace-centric way. Similar structure to story 3, where you've got Tegan in the same boat, and her version is Dead Rising by Roland Moore. With the Doctor and Turlough on ice, Tegan faces interrogation from the pilot of the Vrexel colony. Something is making the colonists drop dead. Tegan claims she's just in the wrong place at the wrong time, but when River arrives and the dead start rising, Tegan's problems are getting a lot worse. This has got the feeling of, admittedly, a kind of alien or fog thing going on, and it's really nicely done, and it feels absolutely of its time. Because these are memories that have flooded back after story 1, before story 4, in order to put everything into perspective. It's just plain great. And then you've got the denouement. Oh, I get to say denouement again. Marvellous. The end is the beginning is the end by James Moran. River and Ace must stop Gregor Ganley from changing the past again and again and again. And he's always one step ahead, and River's new friends want to convince her that assassination is not the best option. But first, they have a matter of imminent certain death to deal with. CD limited to 1,250 copies, of which I recommend you get one. Because let's face it, you could get it signed at conventions. You really could. And it's a cracking box set, it really is. And it could be the best thing that you listen to or see or watch or experience today. It might not be, I just don't know. What I am saying is this rocks. Genuinely. It takes your full attention. It's a nice nod to the past. It gives you all of the things that you're hoping for, and it is good as you remember. Now, at the very end, there is a suggestion that the two of them could potentially have their own spin-off series, which I'd so listen to, where they perhaps either work in conjunction with Torchwood. Oh my God, that would be so good. I can see Ace working with Torchwood, but can you imagine Tegan working with Torchwood? Not Unit, Torchwood. Yeah, that I can so see working. So, just a little polite request, Big Finish. Can I have that box set now, please? Now? Yeah, now? Is that available now? Possibly? Just kicking my heels on that one. Waiting for an answer. I'd really like that box set. Dark Tegan, Dark Ace, comes to Colchester. Oh my God, can you imagine the conversations between Tegan and Colchester? That's a yes from me. Look, that's something that doesn't exist. This does exist and it is great. So that's it. That's the review. So as I said at the beginning, happy Who Day. And here's my review of something completely different. Here is the trailer and enjoy. Until next time, be seeing you.
What planet are you from?
Well, I'm from planet Earth, of course. What planet are you from?
From Big Finish Productions, The Worlds of Doctor Who, The Death and Life of River Song, Ace and Tegan.
I'm Professor Dorothy McShane.
Dame River Song, at your service.
I've been getting these piercing headaches, like daggers in my skull.
I've had the same, lasting longer every time.
Chronon Fallout.
I get the feeling we're not supposed to be here. Like, time is trying to fix it by slowly wiping us away.
Jettisoning unknown object from cargo hold.
Oh, that's the TARDIS! You've got rid of the Doctor!
We need to know what we're dealing with.
We've met before.
I've met you before.
The universe is full of strange and dangerous things.
There's a life form it seems to be in the circuits and cabling.
You can't leave these people to die, Ace.
Oh, tell me about it. So, who is Ganley?
Long story.
Dozens of people died, and 2 days later they get up and they're fine.
Who are you?
Doesn't matter. All you need to know is I've come back along your timeline, and now I'm going to kill you.
Time travel in the wrong hands is more than just deadly. It can erase entire civilizations from existence.
Only somebody totally evil would want to stop me.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
And
Spoilers.
that's really annoying. You can't just say spoilers when you get to the interesting bit.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. All topics discussed are the intellectual property of the copyright owners. No infringement is intended. Why not follow the show on Blue Sky at tindogpodcast.bsky.social. If you've enjoyed this podcast on YouTube, please click like and subscribe. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.